Hello and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be demonstrating priming through an airbrush. And this is something I've been recently doing, messing around with airbrush primers. So I recently got a hold of these synthetic sensorizers, I don't know how to pronounce it, primers at Adepticon through a good friend of mine, Caleb. And so right now I'm testing out the black primer. And I just have a cheap $10 airbrush with me. I don't have I do have a Badger, but I'm just doing it with a easy access. You can get this on the online for a couple of bucks airbrush. And I have an orc model. Oops. Probably because Silly Putty's probably out of stick. Yeah. Give me a second. I don't think I need this right now, but how I mostly set my models up is I put some Silly Putty or Blue Tack or whatever you have that you can use to stick stuff on, and just press it on the model and it should hold decently. Alright, good. Let's clean my airbrush a bit because the paint was clogging up. Added a few more drops of primer. And what I normally would do is I would just this is a dual action, so the harder you press on it, the more air will come out. So if you press it lightly, not a lot of air will come out. And once you start pulling the trigger or the needle back, it's gonna start putting paint on the so as you can see. Let's draw it back, and you can see the paint coming out from the airbrush. So I'm just going to go ahead, I usually do it like a good airbrush away, like from here to where my trigger is. So just imagine that line and just go ahead and start pulling back the trigger. Do a nice even coat. You don't want to go heavy on this. Try to get every little corner, as you can see, under the head. Trying to get this this hand weapon from him. And that's pretty simple. It's very quick. You know, I have a respirator as well that I have on me. And let's see. I see that the base still has some plastic showing through. Let's try to cover all that. And that's basically the basics of priming through an airbrush. Let me get one of my drier models here. Yeah, this is pretty dry. Let's get them off the putty, and let's say I have this this Black Templar character right here. Stick him on the putty. Push him back so he doesn't get sprayed by the primer. And as you can see, he has a little magnet on his arm there. I'm just going to go ahead, lightly push the needle back. Oh, am I out of paint? Yep, I'm out of paint. So I'm not going to get a full model here. So it means I need to refill it. So as I'm shaking the primer, you always want to shake your paints, no matter what they are. It's good to get all the pigments moved around. How I put it, here's the airbrush, here's the primer. I'll usually just put 1 or 2 drops. I'll usually aim it towards the bottom of the way bottom of the. So let's test it out. Yep, paint's coming out. Let's go ahead and continue painting this guy. Did a little bit too much on his shoulder right there. And let's see, it's almost done. I think that's about it. Let's just put that one right there. And that's about it. I think I used up all my primer. Yep. So that's basically how easy it is to prime through an airbrush. And I'll usually put this next to the fan so they can dry out quicker. I have a fan running in the background with some models in it, but yeah, it's very simple. Whoops, camera malfunction. How I usually clean my airbrushes, just put some water. People have these little bottles with needle pliers in them. Not really needle, but plastic needles, if you know what I'm saying. And just going through, putting water back in, tossing it out, getting some of it through the nozzle. Make sure my nozzle's not clogged or anything. And it's very simple. Yeah, I can see now that it's just water now. I don't have to worry about any paint residue in it. And if I really wanted to deep clean it, yeah, taking care of an airbrush is pretty simple. If you can get the paint out of the nozzle, you can still put more paint in it. If you want to deep clean it, I recommend like there's this thing with alcohol. I haven't really messed with it because I just started using an airbrush, but I'll look into it and see what other cool methods they are for cleaning your airbrush. But this is just a little video just priming some models, how I use an airbrush to prime models. And let me know if you guys want any more videos like these. This is just a quick one-off video. Whoa, I'll be back. I'll see you guys tomorrow.